Hey everybody, Jeremy here, and I was in Walmart today just looking around trying to see what was new in the toy section, and I came across these Nano Metalfigs from Jada Toys. Yeah, you probably know Jada Toys. They're the company that made things like this. This is the armored Batman, and their whole shtick is they make these metal figures. So a lot of their figures are made either 100% metal or they're mostly metal, and they have these little tiny ones that they have come out with that they're new to me. And I got three different figures from three different brands to show you here today. And the best thing is they're super cheap. They're only 97 cents, so less than $1. And here they are. So the ones that I decided to get was from the Street Fighter line. This is M. Bison. And then from the Avengers line, the Hulk Buster, because it's the Hulk Buster, right? And then from the WWE line, we got Sting. And I picked Sting because I just kind of like the way that he looked the best. He looks more like himself as compared to the other figures. So yeah, they got these all over the place, and they come in packs with multiple ones. And they don't seem to cost more than maybe like $10 for like an entire pack that probably has, more figures than that inside of it. So I'm gonna open these up and just kind of get a good look at these because they're super tiny, they're really small, but it's very interesting. I think I'm more into the Street Fighter line because you don't see a lot of Street Fighter figures around, and they got a bunch of people: Ryu, Guile, Zangief, Sagat, Ken, Blanca, E Honda, Vega, Chun-Li, Dhalsim, Balrog, and M. Bison. So a whole lot from every line, and they're so cheap and they're really small. And yeah, let's open these up and get a good look at these. As far as collectibles go, these are really easy to get into because Jada has got partnerships with these really big brands: Marvel, Disney, and you got Street Fighter and the WWE and others, and they're really small, so they're super easy to display. And if you can figure out a unique way to display these little tiny figures and make it look cool, then all the better. And best of all, they were 97 cents each in Walmart. That's a pretty darn good deal. Now, I can tell you that these figures are in fact all metal, and they all come on these bases. And of course, you can't do anything with them as far as moving them around, articulation, anything like that. You can't do it. They're just static poses. They're statues, but it's a really nice representation of these particular figures. Now, some look better than others. On the WWE side, I saw that there was a Rock and a Triple H, and I saw a Charlotte and Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns. Sometimes they didn't look all that great. Of course, you can tell that is them. But, sometimes they just don't look perfect. And like a lot of Ryus that I saw, it's really hard to get detail in the face, which is why I'm particularly surprised that this Sting figure has such clean lines on his face paint. I was shocked and surprised at that. But when it comes to faces, you're not going to get a lot of detail on the faces. You're going to get like vague representations of what the character looks like, but it's often good enough, all things considered. Because I don't want to be way too critical of these because they are only 97 cents, but I like them. I like them because they're super cheap and they're small, and you can't see the Batman in its completion, but just as a little size comparison, just kind of look at that. I can just put Batman behind them, and you can see how small these things are. I'm going to say that these are maybe like 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches tall, maybe. So they're very small, but it's neat, And for the Street Fighter ones in particular, at least for me, since we don't get a lot of Street Fighter collectibles out there, at least not without having to spend a decent amount of money, it's really nothing at all to have like $10 and just go and get the entire Street Fighter line and put them up somewhere. It's great if you're a gamer, and it's really neat stuff to have. So I don't have any complaints about these. They are nice and cold, tiny little bit of weight to them. They are all metal, and I think that is pretty cool. So check out your local Walmart if you want to get these Jada Toys Nano Metalfigs or Metal Nanofigs or however that name goes, because I think it's a neat addition to what they're currently doing with their larger figures. So I hope that they get more lines and more obscure lines, kind of like Street Fighter, so that we can build out a larger collection of things that we normally couldn't get in other sizes. So that's all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I thought this was a really interesting thing to pick up, and let me know if you're interested in these and if you're going to give them a shot. Why not? It's less than $1. So thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Jeremy, and I'll talk to you later.